Hi everybody, welcome to Monday morning. Weekly video. I have lots of little things to chat about. I do have a market recap, such as it is. A couple of new things. Just all kinds of little bits and pieces today. So, we are coming to you from the great frozen tundra of Indiana. It was like, I don't know, 8 or 9 degrees this morning, and then we've got wind chills, so we're not expected to make it above 0 till like maybe for 2 more days. So it's gonna be cold. Good day to stay in and crochet. I have my whole list. We'll talk about my list in a little bit. So probably the first thing you're wondering about is, yes, I had a market on Saturday. No, it was not a very good one. It was cold. There was a little bit of snow earlier in the morning. It was overcast. It was the day after Valentine's Day. There was a trickle of traffic. Now, the gal that I do markets with, her name is Kelly, she did very well for the situation. She sold over a couple $100 worth of stuff. Me, not so much. I did make my booth money back. I made $95. And it was surprising. I sold a couple of higher dollar stuff, but I also sold several lower dollar things. I sold a fidget hedgehog, which was a small item. I had a small Pokeball, and I sold 2 of my little monsters with the balloon noses today, this one. Surprisingly, I sold my purple elephant that had been hanging around for a while, and my strawberry cow that had been hanging around. And I sold a triceratop that I had made out of retro stripe yarn. So I sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I sold 8 things. Now I did do a trade. Little girl was so cute. They had a booth and they were selling cake pops, and as slow as it was, the little monster guys that I have with the balloon noses, I had them almost all summer, and they just really didn't do very well. So she asked if I would do a trade, and that's what she wanted, was one of those guys. So I traded one of my balloon guys for a nose pop for a little girl from her booth. And I will do that on occasion, because sometimes the kids I know work very hard. I also know that sometimes parents send them over as strategy, but that's okay. We did the same thing, because this was my daughter's first event, and my granddaughter went, and my granddaughter had made some keychains, and I think she made close to $40 or so, enough to buy. There was another vendor selling these fuzzy blankets, and so she went over and used her money to buy a fuzzy blanket. But she went around to different vendors and said, would you like to buy a keychain? And there was actually 2 buildings, and so she went to the other building, sold some keychains. So they didn't do real well. They are doing croc charms. They had some temporary tattoos. This was just not their... The right people weren't there. Now this summer, in some of the summer markets that I go to, her stuff will go like hotcakes. I know it will. So anyway, I don't have another market until May, unless I pick something up. I'm not sure. But I might pick something up, or I might just focus on stuff for building my inventory for the end of the year so I don't have to be crazy in October, November, December. And kind of speaking of inventory, my goal this week of what I'm going to work on, if you watched or if you've been around my about this time last year, I set up a little space in a local electric motor shop, and it happens to be a friend of mine, but I also do their bookkeeping for them, and he said yes, I could put a little shelf, and I actually did very well, especially with farm animals, because he has a lot of farmers that come in and get parts and motors and all kinds of stuff. And so my goal is by the end of this week to have inventory packaged and ready to set up over there, because he did do really well with it. So that's my goal for this week. So what else is new? My husband bought me a present. I'm gonna put the picture up here. My husband bought me a new hot glue gun, because as I was, the first day I was putting my flowers together using that little hot glue gun that I had, which was probably a cheap one from Walmart or wherever I got it from, it didn't have any heat control on it. I burnt my fingers like crazy. And so he bought me from Amazon, and I'll put the link, this, and I'll put the link. I like it. It uses the small glue sticks, and it actually came with some colored glue sticks, and I tried the pink ones on my pink flowers, and it really did well. It has a light. It does have an automatic shut-off. It's cordless. It is rechargeable off of you plug it in and it'll recharge. So that was pretty cool. It did really well. It stood up. It didn't make a mess. I really liked it. So it was really fun to play with my new hot glue gun. So. I mentioned my friend Kelly that was at the vendor market with me. She's making one of the things that I have been wanting to make, but now I won't make because she's making them. She's making fish bowls. She calls them desk pets. And so I traded her some flowers, because she likes daisies and different things, for my desk pet. I actually have two of them. I have a desk at home, and so I have she did a little bitty octopus, and it's purple. So the little bitty octopus will go on my home desk, and my fish is my desk pet for work. I have to come up with a name. So if you have any name suggestions, send them in, and I got to name my desk pet. I know that she got, they're the bigger of she gets these at Dollar Tree, and they had two sizes. This was the bigger size. And some of her plants and stuff, I know she got some of them at Walmart. I think she got some of them at Dollar Tree maybe. And the same with the gravel. She got some gravel at Walmart, some gravel at Dollar Tree. And this is just fish tank gravel. She kind of mixed up a little bit. Some of them come in colors. So absolutely adorable. I love it. I gotta name it. So help me name my desk pet. Oh, so what else is happening? I did finish up a couple of things. I finished up, and I'll put the picture up because I don't have them with me. I did some sunflower coasters. Very easy pattern. I will link it in the bottom. And because I really kind of bulked up. I showed you the last time some of my coasters that I did. I've got a couple more patterns of cup coasters that I want to do. Yesterday after I was so tired. I didn't really want to focus on a pattern. I didn't want to strain my brain. So I had started a hat and scarf set. And if you know, I do these and I'll hang on to these until later in the year. I've got a couple of different places that I donate to. And so this is Big Twist yarn from Joann's. And so these are the coordinating ones with the variegated, and then the color, and I can't tell you the colorways because I didn't bring the wrappers with me. But this is the scarf, just a plain double crochet. And then the beanie hat, this is a half double crochet, just a standard beanie. But then I did some little curly cues on top for a child, probably a girl, but that doesn't mean anything in today's world. So, you know, it's, I think it turned out really cute. So I will put these in a bag and put them in my box of growing donations. So, and I'll keep working on those throughout the year. That's sometimes is my, I don't want to brain function projects is, you know, hats and scarves, or sometimes I'll do some mittens or just easy things that don't require a lot of brain energy. Trying to think if that's, I know it's kind of an odd, the other thing I want to talk about is it's all over the internet. It's all Joann's. I'm going to cry because the Joann's that I go to the most is closing, and I'm so sad because it's in the town where I work for a college, and our main campus is in about 30 miles down the road, and I go there once or twice a week, and I would just always stop and pick up what I needed, and that Joann's is closing. So I may have to pop in this week and see where their sales are with yarns. I've been watching the internet. They're not great sales yet, but by the time they get really good, it's going to be all picked over. And a number of years ago, I'm going to say 15 years ago, 12 or 15 years ago, we had a Joann's here in our town, and it closed. And I would go in a couple of times a week and watch some prices. At that time, I was doing some quilting, and I bought bolts of fabric, or end bolts, by the yard, and got some really good deals. I had bought thread and got some really good deals. I wasn't doing near as much crochet at that time, so I don't remember what I would have bought in yarn. I do remember buying the fabrics. So I am going to start popping in more often to kind of see what I can get to kind of hang on to. My hope is that I'll eventually still be able to get what I want either online, or there is a Joann's that is not closing about 45-50 miles kind of the southwest of us. It's a larger town, and I think the reason why they're keeping it is in the same city as Purdue University, which is a huge campus. And there's always students in there looking for stuff for their projects and different things. And so they probably have a better fiscal outlook. It's not as nice of a store. It's always, maybe they'll remodel it or move it, I don't know, but it's always, it just feels not very clean in there. It's always, I mean, it's like, I don't know. I mean, it is clean. I mean, it's just older, and it just doesn't present well to the eye. You know, the floors, the walls, the ceiling, you know, that type of stuff. It's not bright and cheery like some of the new ones. So yeah, I'm sad. I'm gonna have to drive farther and make an effort to go to Joann's if I want to go, or if there's something I need. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep everybody posted on the whole closing, and maybe I'll do my store's closing videos. We'll see. But so that's what I kind of have for today. If you are in the path of this Arctic cold, stay warm, grab a project, hang out, crochet, and I will see you in the next video. Crochet away, everybody.